Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another banger video. Hey, man, you already know how it is. Liking, commenting, and subscribing. Because we may never see each other ever again, and that'll be really, really bad. So, if you want to see your boy make it to 2,000 subscribers, then definitely like the video, share this video with your friends, and let's dive into this video. Today, on this episode of Radio Reviews, we got twins. Yes, we are reviewing twins. And those radios would be the WR30 and the 74-210. Let's get into this. So, this is my recently acquired WR30. I got this off of eBay for a really good deal of $25, okay? I had jury duty, right? And, I made $25 just for going to the courtroom for 3 hours. So I was able to get a good deal on a WR30. When I saw this WR30 going for like $25, I said, you know what? I'm going to make an offer because I only have like $23, $24. And thankfully, the seller accepted my offer for $15. I think I offered like $15 because the radio did have shipping included. So I made an offer for like $15, I think like $15 or $16, and I was able to like get this radio under $25. But the radio ended up coming partially broken. And I said, yo, let me get a 70% refund. So the seller issued me a 70% refund, meaning I only paid like $10 for this radio. Yeah. So, we're going to go ahead and compare these, and we're going to, compare everything about these radios. From the menus to the sirens, everything. Because these radios are very, very similar. And just to prove I'm not clickbaiting y'all, this is a WR30. And this is my 74-210. Yep, this is my 74-210. And this is my WR30. 74-210 and WR30. So, now let's compare the front of the radios. Midland, specific area message encoding weather radio. Midland, specific area message encoding weather radio. Scroll wheel. Scroll wheel. Screen. Screen. Speaker. Speaker. Arrow. Arrow. Enter. Enter. Program. Program. You actually have to hold this. Radio. 60%. Radio. Lamp. Lamp. Stop. Stop. WR. FM. WR. FM. WR. FM. WR. Now, we are gonna compare the menus. To enter the menu on the 74-210, push this program button right here. Weather Alert 1. Listen to Info 1. Siren High. Orlo. Channel. Clock setting. 6 digits county, multiple county, disable warning, add a new message, weather alert 1, weather alert X, weather alert off, weather alert on. Now, we're going to compare the menu from that to this. So you got to push and hold this program button. When I first got this radio, I actually thought the radio was broken. because I thought this was just a 7410 with a beep tone. And we're going to get into that in a little bit. But in order to get into the menu, you got to push and hold it. So, weather alert 1, weather alert X, weather alert off, weather alert X, weather alert 1, weather alert on. Now we're in the menu. Weather alert 1. Listen to info 1. Siren high. Channel. Clock setting. 6 digits county. Multiple county. Disable what? Disable what? Now why the fuck would you want to disable a watch? Like, what's even the point of disabling a watch? See, this thing has disable warning, and this thing has disable watch. So, you can disable a severe thunderstorm warning on this, but you can disable a severe thunderstorm watch on this. Like, what's even the point in it? Add a new message. Weather alert 1. So, the next feature we're going to get into is the event blocking. To block events on the 74-210, go into the disable warning. Well, it's not really an event blocking. So you got flood, hurricane. Wow, you can disable hurricane warning. Crazy. Most modern radios won't allow you to do that. Tsunami. Avalanche. Volcano. Again, you can disable a volcano warning. I didn't mean to do that. I just disabled volcano warning. Okay, well, it's not like any of those are going to get issued. Severe thunderstorm. Flash flood. Winter storm. High wind. Coastal flood. Okay, now this is the part that fucking disappoints me. Why would you want to fucking disable a civil danger warning? Keep in mind, like, this alert is, like, really high in priority. So, like, if you just say, oh, I'm going to disable that, I don't give a fuck about my life. Well, if this radio ever gets it, it's not going to go off. Radiological hazard. Now, again, these have never been issued. But in the event it does get issued, well, I guess I'm going to be dead. Hazardous materials. Okay, yeah, there's hazardous materials outside. I just don't even care about those materials. Severe weather. Special weather. And there you go. So that is the event blocking on the 74-210. Now, on the WR30. Again, the speaker sounds really busted on this thing. Disable watch. Flood watch. Bro, did this radio have all these disabled? Coastal flood. Civil danger watch. Civil danger watch! Yeah, I guess I gotta watch out for civil danger. Coastal flood. Civil danger. Radiological hazard watch. Yeah, watch for radiological materials. Hazardous materials watch. Yep, watching for hazardous materials. Severe weather. Special weather. Weekly test? You can disable that. Weekly test watch! Monthly test watch! Yay! Yeah, I'm gonna go watch for a weekly test. Like, literally. Why was I disabling that? Like, for real. Weekly test watch. I'm not clickbaiting you. Disable watch. See? Now go watch for weekly tests and monthly tests. And also don't forget to watch for hazardous materials and radiological hazards. Also, do not forget to watch for a civil danger. So, yeah. That is the event blocking on the WR30 and the 74-210. Now, we are going to get into the... what should we get into? We're going to get into the AM/FM because both of these have AM/FM capabilities. Alright. To switch the 74-210 into FM mode, it's straightforward. Flip that up. Turn on the radio. So now we're gonna, let's make sure we put this back to the default, how it was. 87.5. So, now to do the tuning on this thing, if I do it.
If you are blessed by the Bible-based content that we air, won't you tell a friend about this station?
No. I love women! My Insta says it all. KDWB Laser 1017.
EMFX FM Lake City. Country station.
Circles for Post Malone. See the flames and we know let it go. And then that's KROC. So yeah. Oh, it also has a memory thing too. Memory save. I actually forgot you can like do a memory. You can save the radio station into this. Oh, let me add a station. There we go. Oh wait, you can actually do that. Alright, now for the WR30. Again, it's the same thing. Just flip it up.
Officials say it took some time, but they have the right. This rate is really high.
Is that a beep? I thought I heard a beep. So yeah, it's pretty much the same process. Now we are going to get into the reception. So we're gonna go ahead and flip these both back to weather radio. So we're gonna raise these antennas up. 74-210's antenna's kind of, oh, I thought it was kind of floppy. Yeah, it is kind of floppy because I'm using a recom antenna on that. I like how these radios, like, they use, like, Radio Shack antennas. Because recoms use Radio Shack antennas. And so do these. So, we're gonna go ahead and, I'll start with this. And put that down. Why's that screaming?
With gusts up to 35 miles an hour. Chance of rain 70%. Rainfall amounts less than 1/10 of an inch. Tuesday, windy.
Bro!
Mostly cloudy before 8 a.m., then becoming mostly sunny.
What's with this?
A chance of showers before 8 a.m., then a slight chance of showers between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. Highs in the mid-70s. Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles an hour, becoming northwest 20 to 30 miles an hour.
WXK41's on all stations.
Chance of rain 50%. Rainfall amounts less than 1/10 of an inch. Tuesday night.
I don't know why, but I always have issues with these not getting other stations. Comment if y'all have the same issue with y'all's. So I swear. Alright, I'm gonna turn that down now. This radio speaker, it is kind of busted, so I'm gonna put the mic up to, put the camera up to it. Let me get into the menu real quick. Alright, wait. Does it actually sound good? Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I thought I had to put the phone up to it.
Thursday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 70s.
I swear this has the same issue.
Chance of precipitation 50%. Sunday night.
Oh, it's getting KGY80.
Likely in the evening. Chance of rain showers overnight. Lows in the video. Chance of showers. Becoming mostly clear. Chance of showers. Afternoon. Lows in the mid-50s. Chance of rain 40. Saturday. Mostly sunny. Highs around.
Am I hearing bleed through?
Saturday night. Partly cloudy with a chance of showers. 50% lows in the mid-50s. Chance of rain 40%.
What is this?
Sunday. Breezy. Partly sunny with a chance of showers and thunderstorms.
I'm hearing bleed through on this.
Chance of rain 50%.
Dude, so WXK41 and KGY80 were bleeding through together. That's weird. So, I guess that's the reception. I mean, I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna retry it on the 74-10. I'm gonna try the 74-10. See if we can do any better.
Humidity 34%. The wind was southeast at 16 miles an hour. The pressure was
You're doing the same issue. So, I guess with the reception out of the way, I guess we will get into the speaker quality. So, let's go ahead and turn the 74-10 on.
Reported 57. Elsewhere across the region, at Midland City, was clear with a temperature of 60. It was partly cloudy with a
Why is that screeching?
at Mankato and 56 at La Crosse.
Why is that screeching? Hold on, I'm gonna see if swapping adapters will do anything. Because that's actually the adapter for the WR30.
Tonight, not as cool.
That's a lot better,
Cloudy
actually.
tomorrow 2 a.m., then mostly cloudy with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. Mostly cloudy with showers likely after 4 a.m. Lows in the lower 50s. Southeast winds 15 to 25 miles an hour with gusts up to 35 miles an hour. Chance of rain 70%. Rainfall amounts less than 1/10 of an inch. Tuesday, windy. Mostly cloudy before...
Speaker is it's mid. Not the best, but I mean it is an older radio. This is from like 2000, I believe. Yeah, this radio is from like 2000. Now onto the WR30.
Rainfall amounts less than a tenth of an inch. Tuesday night, breezy. Partly cloudy through midnight, then becoming mostly clear. Lows in the mid-40s. Northwest winds 15 to 25 miles an hour.
Not too bad on the WR30 either.
Decreasing to 30 miles an hour after midnight. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-60s. North winds 10 to 20.
Well, I mean, again, this radio does have a busted speaker, so that explains why, you know, the speaker's kind of quiet compared to this.
Thursday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 70s. Thursday night.
But the radio, oh yeah, this sounds a lot better when it's more quieter.
Chance of thunderstorms. Lows in the lower 50s. Chance of rain 70%.
Sounds a whole lot better.
Friday, mostly sunny with a chance of showers.
I've actually fallen asleep to like a KJY80 broadcast, and let me tell you, that shit is so fucking calming. Like, you ever fall asleep with your weather radios on? Fucking top tier experience. Alright, I'm gonna do one thing. Well, I guess this is siren low and this is siren high. Now, we're going to talk about something that differentiates this radio from that. And that is the test tone. So I'm going to go ahead and input a WR30 beep tone into this video. So this radio has no siren for test, and this radio has siren for test. So I think we covered everything. I think. What else have we not? Oh, you know what we forgot to talk about? We forgot to talk about the add a new message. Yes, because I guess you can apparently add like custom alerts into this radio. So we're going to go ahead and add a custom alert. RWT and WS test. Yeah, I never gotten the add event thing to work. We'll see if this thing has any added events. Can you add events to this? Add a new message. I'm gonna add SVR, severe thunderstorm warning. SVR. Let's see. Severe thunderstorm. Let's see if I have enough to do thunderstorm. Thunder. Thunder. Statement. Warning. Now, next time there's a severe thunderstorm warning, I'll actually see if this works. Alright, let's see if it got put into the event. Disable watch, I think. Okay, y'all, we're gonna disable a watch. So I thought it goes into this. It does not. Let's actually see how I have the NWS thing saved. Because I remember back in like 2020, I had a WR30 and yeah, statement. Yeah, it's a statement. Wait, I actually want to see if putting the NWS test advisory. That's how I had it on the WR300. See if the NWS test will work as a warning. And I'm actually going to put that as a watch. Severe thunderstorm warning watch. What is listen to info? I do not know what that is. Say watch. Multiple county. I don't know if it's gonna work. What else do I have saved in this? Nope. Well, I've never gotten a flood warning, so it's not like disabling flood's gonna do anything. Alright, well, I guess we've pretty much covered everything about these radios. I guess we are going to discuss the final thoughts on these radios. Alright, so the final thoughts on the 74210 and WR30. They are, well, pretty good radios. Would I recommend, like, people to, like, buy these and use them as, like, their daily weather radio? Okay, like, let's say you're not into weather radios and you are looking for a weather radio. Would I recommend these? Absolutely not. Alright, they are unreliable. A lot of the times, WR30s, they come with, like, busted speakers. And honestly, if you're just looking for a good weather radio, I recommend you to get a WR120. Alright? Find them at your local store. And they're more reliable. They're gonna go off more often because, like, sometimes these radios can be kind of picky when it comes to activation. Like, I remember this at one point. This thing was just not activating at one point, and I'm not even sure this is gonna go off. I mean, busted speaker, I don't know if this is gonna go off. So, I'm actually hoping on Wednesday during the RWT that this thing actually does go beep 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 beep. And if this thing actually goes off, I'm gonna be happier than ever. Yeah, I'm still making Billie Eilish references. So yeah. This radio hasn't really been giving much problems lately. But if you're looking for a older weather radio to, like, daily drive and shit, to, like, you know, use and stuff, then get a Recon. Get a 1650 or a 30. 50 is where it's at, though. But these radios, they are really good for collectors. Alright? These radios are really good collector items. These radios are starting to become really rare now, especially the WR30. These are common. Kind of common, I'd say. I don't know. I found this at a thrift store back in, like, 2019, so yeah. But this is starting to get, like, really rare nowadays. Like, finding a decent one is, like, $50 minimum for these, I'd say. Maybe like $45. I mean, for these, I mean, it's just not worth it, alright? Because literally all a WR30 is, to put it in simpler terms, is pretty much the older version of this. The menu is slightly different with the disable warning, disable watch, beep, no beep. So, yeah, that's pretty much the only difference. came out in... I don't know when this actually came out. I don't know when the WR30 came out. I don't know. Point is, these are good collector items. Alright? So, with that out of the way, y'all, thank y'all for watching this video, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and we will see y'all in the next one. Peace out until then. Hold up, let me do something. Hold up, let me do something, y'all. Okay, yeah, you can't even hear that. I also forgot to mention that these radios actually do tell you the time of the event. So let's say a weekly test gets issued, like it'll say weekly test 6 hours. That is really cool. All right, bye.